Hey, all you beautiful people of the internet. It's time for another video. Today's video is about, what's it about? Shit. Do we have it over there? Let me see. Okay. Today's story, right. I know I'm fucking retarded. You don't need to tell me that while I'm filming the intro. Anyway, today's video is about... today's video is about someone that can't really remember things. They're pretty forgetful. Enjoy. The police officer was screaming at me, pointing a gun at me. I wasn't sure why he was screaming. You see, I get very confused sometimes. From the things he was saying, it was definitely something about a motherfucker who wouldn't freeze. I put two and two together. Clearly, the motherfucker was me. Darren grinned at me from the doorway. I hadn't realized he was still there. I thought he had gone home. Darren is one of the few people who still talk to me, especially after that whole problem at Stacy's birthday party. Stacy herself cannot bear to look at me without bursting into laughter. She laughs and laughs. Oh, they all do, really. Darren does laugh though, too, but only a little bit, and he'll still go out with me to get a beer every now and then. The police officer was quite insistent that I get on my knees. This whole thing was going to be a huge inconvenience for me. I had a full day planned ahead of me, and spending time on my knees would be eating into my busy schedule. I wanted to go to the park, not hang around on my knees with this angry man in a uniform. I didn't get down on my knees and just stared at the man. Darren was beginning to lose it. This was definitely the funniest thing he had seen in a goddamn while, maybe even since Stacy's party. Ignoring Darren, the policeman screamed to cuss at me again, and I watched his fingers tighten around his little gun. I had read somewhere about the phallic symbolism of guns and their place in American culture. I considered mentioning this to try and lighten the mood of the whole situation, but I thought the man was angry enough already and might take such information as a swipe at his own manhood. Still, keeping this particular topic out of the conversation didn't seem to cheer him up at all. It was then that I realized that I was naked. Naked as the very day I was born, give or take a few patches of body hair. Ah, that's right, I realized as the supermarket doors attempted to close behind me. I'm in a place where that's not quite allowed. Darren, standing in the side doorway, seemed to be done with his little chuckle and was now gnashing his teeth at the policeman. The cop seemed to ignore him completely. I struggled for something to say. Sorry? I started, not quite sure where the statement would even go. It didn't go anywhere at all, in fact. I just stopped talking. This made the policeman angriest of all. He took one step towards me, and that's where it all went to hell. Darren pounced on him, sharpened teeth sinking into exposed flesh. The policeman screamed. I remembered that most people can't actually see Darren at all, or even hear him, but they can absolutely feel him. Especially those horribly sharpened teeth. I had made quite the fool of myself at the party at Stacy's house, and it stood to reason that the only person who would still talk to me was Darren. It was understandable that a man like him would spend time with me. You see, he can't be seen or heard. He eats flesh and drinks blood. But I do get confused so much. I feel like I tend to forget why Darren is so terrifying most of the time. But times like this are a good reminder. That's why I'm making a note of this, to remind myself why Darren is my friend. Reminders are good to have. I do get very confused sometimes. Oh well. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter for more wonderful things like this. Thanks so much for watching. Try not to die today.